Welcome to the video. In case you're watching this on YouTube, I'm Dodo. I'm a League of Legends coach, and we currently do a lot of coaching and reviews live on Zoom. So check that out. Video is stream link is in the description. We just watched LNG T1 and probably uploaded that to YouTube as well. So check that out in case you're interested in terms of game one. And now we're gonna continue with game two after T1 just completely demolished LNG by very good control. Number one in draft because they get out drafted in my opinion. And number two in the way they played the game, which was very much about control, especially on enemy Raptors camp. And this allowing Tarzan from ever going bot side to make sure that your Giga scaling bot, which is Styler Senna, especially Senna, is allowed to kind of just play out the matchup. Okay, so let's see how LNG is adapting from that and how T1 plays the second game. Okay, LNG is adapting by that already by changing botlane bans. Because they're thinking, well, if we're going to get screwed by Nalasen as well, we might as well not ban Renata and we might as well not ban Kaiten, right? So these bans are out. And so let's see where they're going to go from there. Okay. Instead they banned Rumble, which I think T1 banned in the previous game. Oh, no, actually it was still Rumble by LNG. Never mind. Zaya banned again. Jarvan banned again. Not Jarvan banned again, but Jarvan is banned this time. So they've respected Jarvan themselves. I think Jarvan is good. I think Jarvan is also a little bit overrated. So interested to see the champion being banned there. Potentially to set up Orianna, at least that's what T1 thinks, and they end up banning it. There's a Z band. So I guess that also plays into the role of the reason why they banned Orianna. People mainly seem to pick a Z into Orianna now instead of Syndra. And the Nico ban, as previously already happened by the side of T1. Right, if you want to go more in depth about these sort of bans, check out the game one analysis. I don't just want to repeat it here for the people on stream here because otherwise it just becomes the same thing. Maokai B1. Maokai B1 is something I can't talk. We used to see a lot. It kind of dropped out of the meta. In my opinion, mainly due to what AD carries and what mid laners you played. Because previously, like Jace, Rasan, and stuff would really appear, and he played it with like sort of kind of a hyper carry, which Maokai works very well with. However, I still think the champion is quite good. The TDS, we also played it quite a lot in terms of V1s. But I do believe that there's other ways to really counter it. And Rel is still open, so I pick up Rel, right? And the second pick is kind of up for you, right? One thing you could do is you could look to go for something like Syndra, which is one of the best control mages that is still open here. I think Syndra is really, really good. The other thing is that there's, of course, Kalista. There's potentially Kalista Renata even, if you want to lock it. That works for me. Not as good against... Oh, well, it's not that bad against Maokai. But you might have a problem of them playing like front and back compositions. And then Kalista Renata is not as easy. But it's C1, Kalista Renata is open. Are they just locking Kalista Renata? Otherwise, there's a Rel, right? There's potentially Ivan if you play it, but I wouldn't be surprised to just see Kalista Renata slamming. Okay, they go Rel. Never mind. Rel Kalista? Maybe? Oh, they don't care. It's just Rel and Aatrox. So the second Orianna is banned, they don't decide to go blind pick mid lane anymore. They just go for Aatrox again. Rel Aatrox, I don't think is as good. So Aatrox just seems to be their blind top lane pick, and they want to blind pick top lane 100%. They don't just want to go for a control mage like Syndra here, which I think is the better way to do it. But I still really like the Rel flex, and I do as well. I think the champion is busted. Although, I don't know if the Rel is really that much of a flex, or if they're mainly looking to just put it towards jungle anyway, to secure themselves like one of the broken supports. Jace, okay, so LNG is going for a very basic draft. Jace and probably Aatrox kind of pick. It's Renekton. Gwen, okay. Okay, it seems like they really like the Gwen into. Interesting. Are we just gonna see mid lane here and then lay bot lane together, right? If in case you're going for like interesting support compositions, right? If you, for example, pick Kalista right now, Renata's gonna get banned for sure. If you pick Nyla right now, Senna's gonna get banned for sure, right? So it does make sense to delay bot lane to really make sure you have multiple options and they can't really ban out sort of good combinations. So I reckon we're just gonna see mid lane pick here. Rel is still a flex pick. Can look for AD carry and 4. In terms of mid lane against Jace, I really wouldn't mind Syndra. Okay, it's Silas. Well, fuck this chapter. Well, it's not that bad. Silas against Maokai is fine. Silas with the Rel together is fine. I just don't like Silas. I think the champion is really bait. Kaiser ban. I reckon it's Caitlyn Kalista or Caitlyn Renata. Nautilus. Renata or Kalista. By the way, Nautilus ban, of course, because if they end up picking Rakan or Elisa, you give pretty good ults to Silas. So there's only really Leona if you really care about giving Silas ultimate. I mean, I would be so happy as Gwen. Yeah, we're kind of running into front of back composition right now. Okay, it's Renata ban. Do you see melee mid? The thing is, Maokai is also very good at making sure his lanes are fine. So before Maokai and Maokai nerfs, and also Jace got nerfed as far as I remember, right? I really would have preferred blue side in the first 3, honestly. I said the Aatrox, but Silas pick just screams confidence to me. Yeah, I guess. Especially after game 1, I reckon. But here, for me, this instead of Silas, this is just Syndra, and I think you're in a really big chilling draft. And maybe this is just Syndra, and then here you just pick top lane. Maybe, just maybe, the Aatrox pick. Maybe this is like really cooking, right? So don't take what I'm saying with a ground of salt, right? But maybe they say, well, with Rumble out, you only have like 1 or 2 answers into our Aatrox. So if you pick Aatrox right now, we're forcing you to pick top lane here. Otherwise, they're gonna shit on you. And if they have to pick top lane right here and potentially mid lane pick, you can maybe get more out of bot lane later. Maybe. I don't know. Varus. That's what. Okay, wait, I already read that. Varus. Samira Gaming. No, I don't know. Wait, what do you even pick here? I mean, Ophelia sucks in the Varus lane, in my opinion, especially because it kind of picks support. It's LNG and GALA, so they're probably going to pick Ophelia, but I think it sucks. Is Zeri maybe? But Zeri also sucks. Or maybe Zeri? Maybe? Ophelia does not seem fun here. You don't have Renata either. What do you even pick here? You just lock. No, Rakan sucks. No, Rakan sucks. Okay, and now we're thinking about the cooking thought. Okay, so Ophelia is because it's LPL and it's GALA, but I don't think it's good. And the Rakan pick. Yeah, see the Cinder pick? Maybe the Silas is there to make the 2x ranged times 2x ADC bot more comfortable to play by providing additional frontline utility. Maybe, but then again, does Silas really give you that much frontline? And Silas, I don't think, even gives you that much utility over Syndra with the Cosmic Drive Second. Syndra with Cosmic Drive Second has E so many times, I think it's really fun. But maybe, I guess if you're going for Enchanter. But you probably already have double frontline, right? So it's like, not sure if you really need it. What is the support of choice now, though? Honestly, you could argue for just Drell and you just play a different jungle. You could. You could just pick a different jungle here. You could even go like crazy and just pick Ivan here if you really wanted to. Play really well around your top lane, around your mid lane. I think you could just go Ivan here if Oner plays it. Is there any crazy support? I'm not sure if there is. I mean, Keria is hovering Ashe. Does Ashe do that much? I'm not sure if it does. Bard is fairly good here if you want to play Bard. Honestly, Bard ain't too bad. Not Kalista again. Which is Ashe. Okay, interesting. And as always, guys, in case you're watching T1 and you're a support main, you're not Keria. If I see you pick Ashe in my solo queue games, I swear to God, I already have enough Xerath. Well, actually, I think I prefer Ashe over Xerath, honestly. I think I prefer Ashe support over Xerath, man. Fuck this shit. Okay, so T1 really enjoys. Sort of low economy mid jungle. Whatever Zeus wants to play. And go fuck enemy bot lane. I'm literally Polish Keria, by the way. Okay, link your PGG, bro. Link your PGG, bro. Or rather, link your low bros, bro. But jokes aside, of course, like the champions Keria plays is different level. is really different. Okay, wait, let me move my epic pen. My bad. Okay, let me go back. What the heck is going on? Give me time. I can post a PGG? Nah, it's fine. From the superior server, aka UNE. Man, you probably like, are you like actually high? You know on UNE, or are you like barely master on UNE, bro? I mean, this game especially, right? We're going to look for late invade. We have such insane level 1. 100% we're invading here. Not even late invading, just invading every time. Invading from minute 1, we're beginning to invade. We're just fighting. We're just fighting. Now I'm terrorizing Emerald in the UNE? Nah, come on, bro. Nah, okay, never mind. You're not Polish, Keria. Wait, we're not invading. Well, we're not invading Raptors? Well, we get the Raptors ward again. Interesting. Why are we not just Zayd invading this game? What is different about this game that we're not just Zayd invading this game? It's a teammate just me? Yeah, surely it is, bro. I was wondering the same, to be honest. Why are we not just Zayd invading? Why are we giving them access to their bot seconds? Are we looking for 3 cam into mid lane? 3 cam into mid and after invade? Is that what we're trying to do? Like, that's the only thing like I'm thinking about. It seems like it, but... What? Wait, T1 is completely and only playing for jungle camp control. Felt like we would just repeat game 1 game plan, but it's completely different. No, it's not completely different still. Well, it is completely different. But the reason why it's completely different is because T1's bot lane cannot get ganked. This game, which is different to game 1, they can't get ganked. If you die here as Varus Ashe against a Feliz, Drak, and Maokai, you're completely griefing. So there's one thing T1 does, and T1 plays purely for camp control. Because you do not need to disable enemy jungle if we can't gank your laners anyway. This is what T1 is playing for. It's camp control. Complete crazy, actually. Completely crazy. Only problem is, of course, enemy camps are respawning now, whereas yours aren't necessarily. Right, topside is, but the rest of this map isn't. Right, so I'm not sure if I like it much better. But I reckon the reason T1 does it is because they're playing for camp control. What do you think about the way LNG played the first 3 waves? Where? Can they later crash bot lane? Hell no. There's absolutely no way. You're playing against Ashe Varus, you're getting fisted. There's absolutely no way you can delay the crash. There's nothing you can do. Like, if you walk up icon of first 2 ways, you're just gonna get run down. So then, why is Mao pathing there? The reason why Maokai is pathing there is because he'd rather... I think the reason is because he'd rather take his bot side camps than lose his bot side camps instead of topside. Because if Maokai does not take his bot side camps right now, which of course T1 is seeing because of the Raptors award, then Rail just ganks mid lane and then invades Maokai bot side. And then you can play for camp control, and you can look to play for bot and dive potentially at the same time. The question you should rather have is, why T1 doesn't just invade bot side level 1? This is the big question. Where you could argue, apparently, they like to play for camp control over it. But I'm not really sure why you do. Because maybe you don't have like full control there. But T1's bot lane also doesn't want a cheater recall, so that is not a reason. So it must be for camp control, but I'm not sure. But what Tarzan does, I don't think is bad, because if he doesn't do it, he's just gonna get this bot side invaded. And this way, at least, like, all of your chemistry spawns, so it's not that bad. Like, real friends in invade the top side, well, she can at least use that for your bot side. Oh, okay, they just wait for bounce. Oh, well, now you get fucked.
Watch out, Zeus, because this is the one place that Tarzan could look for a gank right now. If he's up by my Krugs, he could be looking for a gank in behind. Well, now gets spotted there. We're just settling, going over the wards. We see the pings. T1 again is away.
Yeah, Bolton is just freezing. I mean, Scout is just going to push it away and just going to move towards bot lane, so you won't be able to freeze it. Oh, they're having Faker. That's actually pretty good. Oh, no. Oh, Tarzan doesn't have hands! Man, for the love of God. Ay. That's fine. No way. No way. Okay. But now you get your representative. Oh, we can play Drake instead? Okay, T1 really goes to Drake. I reckon they would have just played for a Raptors invade, but T1 just goes to Drake. Interesting. They're just playing for Drake here. I mean, it makes sense because bot lane is bottom mid on reset times. But I actually would have expected them to go for Raptors invade and then going into Drake. But they just insect going into Drake. Wait, bot lane is getting sort of frozen on. And you still take stones instead of going bot lane first. Can bot lane legitimately not get ganked at this point in time either? Because if Felix has Gravitum, Rakan has Flash, Maokai you don't have information on, slash might be bot. You still don't care? But holy shit, like, yeah, Oner really trusts his bot lane. There is no way in hell I'd be taking my stones here in case the bot lane is playing like that. Like, he really is trusting his bot lane. I guess you're getting your level 6 like a lot fast. Oh, holy shit. Ay. And now we play for blue buff, hopefully, and then make sure there's absolutely no way they get level 6. Yeah, we can't. Wait, let me look at the base summons here again. Okay, 2 plates around. You take the wave, you reset. You open towards mid even. Keria should be fairly close to level 6. No, he's not. Okay, never mind. I'm delusional. But already 20 CS up and 2 plates is a fairly decent amount of gold. I guess top lane is like fairly hard to play. So it seems like Gwen is one of the best matchups for Zika and to Aatrox. Interesting. This is bring T1 all over again. Double range bot and we dominate bot harder than anything you've ever seen. Doesn't seem that much fun, yeah? Really doesn't. And Keria has had an experience. Keria really doesn't mind playing this mid lane wave until he's level 6. Then just going again. Keria doesn't mind. Keria doesn't care. Both lane Keria is using so much gold. Yeah, and LNG just decides to go for the cross move after. Woo! Okay. Keria with his snipes, taking cleanse, starting teleports. But this fight should be a better fight for T1, honestly. They still have major ultimates like Rel. Tarzan needs to get out. You had like one time to go for find a play and you were unable to, and now the game sucks. The Terror towards mid again? Yep. T1 doesn't care. Fuck item spikes, we gotta get them late anyway. And you find a dive as well. I mean, this game is obviously not as dominant as the first one. And it's not as big of a draft diff as the first one. You could even argue that if the game goes late, well, blue side is actually like fairly decent. But still, a Felix playing into pro kind of sucks. That's played. I'm thinking if I like it, but what else are you gonna go? Yomus? Who cares? I think that's what is really decent. What is Keria going? I guess Keria is going Umbral. People are not going T anymore. I swear game 1 and 2, LNG mid jungle just lose their brain cells when T1 spawns Herald mid. Nah, they just want to get... And they mess up mechanically, right? But they honestly, like, they don't lose their brain cells. I think they lose their brain cells about the cannon minion. Like if you look at Jay's base, look, he wanted to have the cannon minion to reset on Dustblade. Look at his base. Yeah, like perfectly has his Dustblade, no? Like he created for the gold. That's why. It actually makes a lot of sense that T1 plays very heavily for the Herald onto mid lane turret. Because from game 1 we already seen them very heavily try to set up free mid. Instead of fixing side lane D, which is like one of the advantages of... Wait 1 second, I got something. Okay. Oop. But yeah, anyway. How are we playing this game? How are we playing this game? Is this thing for a second? Take the reset here because we have a decent amount of gold. Swifties by Gumayusi. T1 really enjoys the Swifties. Wait, why is Gumayusi behind in gold? 45 gold. A kill? I guess. Let's check out what happens. We just stay for mid control. We walk up. We take turret. Nice. Play into Drake. Vision setup is nothing too crazy. Interesting by T1's vision setup, by the way, are these wards. Like, look how hard, like how much they play for these sort of wards as well. On like both sides. That's the interesting thing. And one side makes a lot of sense, right? But they go for it on both sides. I'm wondering if this is partly because it's a ward that gets vision on mid, but partly also like a fairly decent ward to TP2 because it rarely gets swept, of course. And mid into side as always. You want always plays mid into side. I know we still get Drake. And this game is a lot more playable for LNG though, so let's see what they do. They end up going for the cross map, which is the Herald here in this case, which is fairly good. Even just runs a mid, regains control of top side. And now you need to sort of regain control of the map as LNG a little bit, right? Because otherwise T1 is just going to play free mid into side lane and you can't really match that. So you need to fix side lanes ASAP. I don't think I like when taking Stone's the ultimate. Yeah, well, I guess it's fine. She's like fairly decently timed on the wave. But you need to play for Gwen side laning to really set yourself up for man advantage onto mid lane later. You're also really interested, of course, to get to utilize the Herald if you can onto mid lane. Hopefully towards a time where you want to regain control of the map, like Drake, if you can. I just don't know if you have the time for it. And then look to actually position yourself in a way that you're able to either flank T1, right, or zone him off. Right, this is what you would really enjoy doing. Because here, a little bit differently to game 1, LNG is in a fairly good position to just run down mid in case you have man advantage. Right, but you need to get man advantage first. Because otherwise you're going to get poked down. right? So you want to fix side lanes until you play one wave basically on mid, max 2, and then insta go into objectives, because otherwise you're going to get poked out. Of course, you've got Jace poke. There's no way they got poke as well. But they also want to be in position first, right? If you like play for too long for position, I think you're more likely to get poked out than you're able to poke out. Maybe I'm delusional though. Maybe I'm delusional. Ooh, Keria nearly gets caught. Big silent, play mid. Big silent again. This is a potential time for T1 to play, right? They've got TP here. They've got better potential flanks, although they don't really have vision for it. But still, reset timer. Can play onto mid. I'm wondering if T1 is actively trying to play for or with Euro mana when Varus has it, because it is a fairly decent spike. We see the Herald onto mid. Well, potentially gain control as well, but oh man, you guys are insane. Ah, LNG. Full HP mid lane T1 turret for Varus and Ashe is fairly big. Honestly, really big. LNG really needs to be in position to hopefully get a good fight, but you don't really have any flank set up. I don't like Hung being here. I think Hung should play for flank. Why is Hung playing here? You're playing to defend? Not sure. I don't think playing for the receive is good here. Because Hung is like looking to defend. I mean, Hung is also complete griefing, by the way. What the fuck is Hung even doing? What the fuck is Hung doing? But what you really want to do, in my opinion, here, is to threaten T1's backline, so they can't just easily go in. Because you're looking to CC their backline when their team is going in, as Raka, in my opinion, and then meeting up with the AD carry in the middle of the fight, basically. If I'm playing on backline, I actually play to defend, but he's just decided to have zero impact. Yeah. I mean, that's a fair point. That is indeed a fair point. And now we're just going to look to open mid, and we're just going to look to start pressure Nash, I think. I mean, they're even playing two ways for vision. I'm not sure why T1 plays as defensively as they do right now. I'm wondering if they're playing the third spike first, and then looking to go Nash. Which I think is decent. Or maybe just like a catch dash decent poke. To decide if they want to go for it first. Which is a consistent way to do it. You can of course also wait for silent advantage. But T1 previously didn't play for it, right? So it's a little bit weird. Usually we'd see silent advantage into shift. And when they answer, you're going to look to start it. But T1 really never played too much. They just defended and they just farmed cams. So instead of Zeus always... Like this, by the way, the interesting thing, maybe like top laners are interested about that, right? But the interesting thing about how T1 plays with their top laner is that their top laner isn't the main champion that tries to create silent advantage. But instead, they look at top lane as like another carry. They permanently fund jungle camps. So Oner plays with mid to just keep control, but they're not really trying to achieve all too much. Whereas Zeus just farms all of the camps on the side Oner is not on. Just farms the camps, and then after just receives wave and then pushes. But first it just completely funnel an insane amount of gold into the top lane actually. It's not about silent advantage for T1 all too much, it seems like. In a way it's a bit similar to G2 where it's a lot about gold. But for me, as T1, it's not about gold, it's about jungle camp control. It's jungle camp control. It was kind of insane to see how far Zeus pulls ahead here. Yeah, and it's incredibly interesting. And I currently hypothesize, using fancy words, that T1 really just plays for the camp control. They control their own camps, insta-take them, and they control the enemy camps. Which is another way, of course, of funneling yourself gold and golden experience. But it's also another way of getting control of the map, but because when you play for enemy camps, you're also able to, of course, play for map control. Insta on the crop. Insta. Taking the wave. Insta reset. Fucking taking walls if they respawn. Okay, they don't respawn. He just farms bot wave into Crux, Raptors, Wars, bot wave, Grump in like 1 minute. Yes. He's getting Giga fed. And now, by the way, as always, by the way, if you're trying to learn from games, right? Try to create hypotheses and questions in your head and then answer them with the gameplay you're gonna watch, okay? Earlier we checked, is T1 actually funneling themselves to 3 items and then playing for Nash? Let's find out. Because the answer seems yes. At least they're trying for it. 3 items and now T1 is trying to fight. Do you guys see it? I don't think you should go for this, Tarzan. I don't know what you're doing. Like this is not the fight you take. No, now Tarzan fucked up. Now it's T1's Nash. Now it's T1's Nash if they want it. Tarzan is... Oh well. It's not that bad. But... So maybe the theory wasn't completely correct, but T1 definitely tried to look on their 3rd item spike. Wait, maybe I'm correct. Maybe they waited for 3rd item spike. Let's see. Maybe I'm correct. Okay, maybe I'm not. But they did... Well, I'm like half correct, I would say. I'm half correct. They go for 3 item spikes and then they try to go for it. But they don't force it even afterwards. So very, very controlled gameplay. Which I'm not sure is as good in this game as it is in game 1, because I'm not sure if T1 really outscales that game. Like if you play the game really well, maybe. But I feel like if this was an ERL game, I think I definitely prefer blue side composition after minute 30. 100%. I know, of course, it's fucking Ash support. I probably prefer that minute 5 already. But if it's T1, maybe T1's combo outscales actually. If it's if it's actually like played by T1. Zeus is still farming. Zeus is indeed still farming, but of course also looking to play for flank a little bit. Interesting setup by LNG. Really weird, but really interesting. Where usually we'd see like the contest here, but LNG says fuck it, we contest here. Because of course, like if you play here, it's really easy to flank from both of these sides. If you play here, it's a little bit different. It's a lot harder to flank actually. Let's see how it plays it out, but it's really interesting how LNG sets this up. But they just play so deep. I mean, this is honestly not something you would really look out for in case you're working in an ERL level. But it's still interesting to see how insanely deep they go for here.
Also, Zeus is looking for a back. Not gonna get it though, and we do see the poke from Scout not landing right now. But GALA does have both his summoners available and is very healthy, sitting on 3 items. Did finish his Lord Doms just now. Exactly, finished that LDR, so he's really strong. Last Whisper in for Scout as well.
T1 plays it so patient and controlled though, it's actually insane. I mean, I've seen it on Twitter that people call T1's League of Legends beautiful, but it really is. It really is. It's not even going for the fight here, man. They're just still fucking chill. T1 is still mega chilling. Zeus is taking the blue belt. Fucking GG. But now LNG's in a way better position for you. Zeus is still playing very deep in his flank though. Like very defensively. Because he's scared of getting caught himself. The patience confidence T1 have, they know they're winning this, it feels like. I feel like T1 is permanently just trying to get a good fight. But if they don't get it, they just wait. It's fine. It's fine if we don't get it instantly. We can wait. For me, it's really a lot about patience. Because LNG pulled the trigger. Why did LNG pull the trigger? You're playing poke in a receive composition. It's a world's level. And the idea of keep control, the enemy will end, is still correct. It is still correct. Let the enemies in. I didn't work at that as much with TDS, right? But one big thing I work with Big Chroma on, especially with jungle of Big Chroma, like in the equal esports thing, is play consistently, the enemies will end. And it's still true at worlds level. It's still absolutely true at worlds level. It's soul control, man. It's absolutely insane. Does anyone have any questions about that game? What questions do you guys have about that game? But I'm really interested. Wait, when does T1 JDG play? Sunday. because I'm really interested if it's still gonna be as much about camp control. I kind of want to revisit the T1 games. I'm not. I kind of want to. I'm going to revisit the T1 games. I'm gonna check if they're playing for camp control as much as they did in this series because it's completely insane. At least that's what I would argue they go for in case they play like that. But by the way, as always, Raptors Ward. Raptors Ward. What the fuck do we play for? Well, guys, it's Raptors Ward indeed. It's always Raptors Ward. It's always Raptors Ward. It always has been. Really, really nice. Okay, in case you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this sort of analysis. It was a little bit more chilled and not as in-depth as the first one. So in case you didn't watch the first one, and that is like your cup of tea, check out the game one, a sort of review. Otherwise, check out the social link below the stream, below the video. As always, we do these reviews live on stream, so check that out in case you're interested. And if you have any questions, please do just send them in the comments or check me out on Discord. I'll just DM me there. My DMs are open, okay? I hope you enjoyed the video and hope to see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.